hope you have a more quiet summer than what we have here in Israel right now. I mean the whole Israel. Also the Gaza Strip and also the rest of Israel is a hot mess right now. Yeah. And yet again. And so, but anyway, I decided to do a video. I mean, I do use makeup when I go out anyways. Maybe not a strong look like this, but I really like just started with the colors I really love. So then it becomes a strong look like this, kind of smoky. Yeah, but I don't care. So yeah, even if it's going out in the daytime and everything, whatever. Yeah, so I did a short kind of thing for the face because I use a new foundation, and so far I really like it. But of course you have to, you know, it's one of the better foundations that I own, that's for sure, for my now kind of grown-up skin. Well, a skin that doesn't, you know, take just whatever you put on it nicely. Yeah, let's say it like this. So, but you still need to set it. So I did set it with a Dior powder this time, which is a compact powder. Maybe it's a little bit too heavy powder for this, I don't know, but I'm gonna try it out. One of the reasons I use this Dior powder is because it has a sunscreen in it, which is really important here, of course. Yeah, another video I will make about sunscreens. Yeah, I will leave it for another video. And yeah, I hope you have a really good summer wherever you are, and can enjoy it a bit more, with a bit more freedom and less restriction in where you go and what you do. Not that where we live it's really restricted, but it's a small country, so you have to be, you know, you have to know where you are and be a kind of a alert thing to do the right thing in the right moment. So it has its side, that's for sure. And yeah, that's all I'm gonna say about that, because there's no end to all the opinions and all the reasons and all the, yeah, even though I know out in the world the picture that's drawn from this area is usually very one-sided and ignorant. But I suppose you can't be anything else but ignorant unless you actually live here. Yeah. And probably would be the best if you would live a bit on both sides to know even more. So I don't think I have the right to say anything either about anything concerning this matter. Just one thing, war is not a cute thing wherever you have it, in however small or big portion that's thrown on you or put on you. It's not a nice thing. But this too shall pass for all of us. And yeah, there's just nothing to be said about it, I think. So have a really good summer wherever you are, and hope to see you next time. Thanks for subscribing. It's almost as hard to say as Givenchy. Well, try saying that fast. Yeah, so thanks again for watching. But since I still do have to run errands and do things, it's not just sitting around being close to our bomb shelter, you know. And not every house, even in Israel, has a bomb shelter. The newer houses have, but you know, older houses might not even have that. So yeah, so we're blessed with that at least. And yeah, but I do have to go out today, so I'm making a video just to, you know, getting ready. So yeah, so since I did have to change the place where I film in the house, it means that I also have an air conditioner, which is really nice. So yeah, I'm starting the usual way, and now I scraped all this Guerlain, the lid primer, in one corner so I can actually use it up, because it used to, you know, get around everything. And now I'm just using my finger because, you know, it's the end of it and I don't really care. And I did tint my lashes yesterday with a blue, dark blue and black mix of lash tint. And I pulled some dark brown, or medium brown, let's say, over my over my brows as well to hide the white ones, you know, then I don't have to be so concerned. In the summer I usually do that since we go swimming a lot in the summer, so normally at least. Now maybe a little bit less because yeah. For the inner corner I will use this Dior Lune. It's 001 from these Fusion Mono eyeshadows, and I will just use the applicator that comes with it because I want it in the inner corner, so this one is really good for that. Otherwise I suppose those aren't really much, you know, to count on. For the crease I'm using this a color from this Guerlain foreshadow palette, like a chord like that, and it's number 04. So I'm probably gonna take just this taupey color here and a fluffy brush like that. Yeah, so I hope you have a, let's say, more quiet start of the summer, especially if you have children and smaller children. You know, my boys are already kind of, they've been in another war already when they've been smaller, so now they're bigger, so it's easier. But it's definitely not nice to, at all of course, to be in a war kind of situation. But when you have smaller kids, it's definitely harder because they pick up on everything, and if you feel a little bit insecure yourself, it's like, yes, they won't sleep at night. Yeah. So there goes the crease color, and I'm kind of packing it on because I want to do kind of a smoky eye today. So my, you know, go-to kind of eye is a smoky eye. For the lid itself, I will use this Shiseido cream shadow. It's really pretty lilac like that with some pink kind of undertones in it. Just a normal synthetic brush for it. And all over the lid area. But that's too much, I believe. I even take it a little bit in here over this one. I have to smooth it out. I don't want it too strong because this is just going to be the base. Under the eye, just, you know, dipping it in this way. Just a little bit here in the beginning. I decided to use two Clarins eyeshadows on top, and that would be number 16 and number 17. This is Smoky Plum and this is Vibrant Violet, something like that. Yeah. So those two. And this one is kind of like this, what I already have on my eyes. It's a violet with some pink undertones or something like this. Yeah, pretty interesting color. Whereas this one as well, it's like a taupey, smoky, plummy kind of color. So I'm going to do something with those two, and I will start with this one. So I'm starting with this really vibrant kind of violet. Just a soft brush like that. This is a Smashbox one that came with a palette once, I believe, yeah. That's what it says on its Smashbox. So just from the, really from the inner corner, kind of just tapping it on there. See, it's very close to the color I have under. Dabbing it in. So I added just like halfway this vibrant violet, and now I'm taking this other, the same brush, just the other side, and this plummy purple kind of thing, and it's also kind of a, let's see, like that. It's kind of a taupey, purplish color. Yeah, well. And this one goes, of course, on the other side. No much surprises here. And I will take this smoky plum also under the eye on top of the cream eyeshadow that I put here earlier. Now I just grabbed a blending brush and I start here where it's, you know, this color and the Lune from Dior, just to mix those two together a bit, soften it up here a bit, and then I will go around here. I just got this idea to use a little bit more of a rosy color in the crease as well, just here in this part. So I'm taking a smaller brush like that, and this from the same palette that I used earlier, this color. I'm taking just this rosy color, a bit more, and I'm going in the crease here, just the inner part of the crease, let's say, to kind of warm it up a little bit, that it won't be too gray or, you know, like that. Now I'm taking this number 10, it's just a compact powder from Dior, Naked Skin I think, and brush like that, just to soften up here and to use it on the, because it's light enough to use kind of on the brow bone like that, and to soften up, you know, this corner and a little bit on the inside maybe. I decided to use just a tiny bit of this dark brown kohl liner, but they call it what, from Smashbox, Limitless Eyeliner, and it's in brown, Java, but it's a dark brown. So I'm taking that one just really close to the lashes down here. So I grabbed this L'Oreal Super Liner Carbon Gloss. Well, and I'm kind of holding up the eye because there's loose skin, you know, kind of falling, and I'm kind of just dipping it in there. So yeah, I decided to take this Bourjois. It's Intense Black 010, I think 010. Yeah, it's 10. So I'm taking this one just with a brush like that to push it over, you know, just to push it over the line and maybe make it look a bit softer. So I cleaned around the eyes with Bioderma, and yeah, time for the skin and the rest. I'm trying a new combo today, kind of, and I already have on a sunscreen like in a moisturizer, and now I will use the Shiseido Refining Makeup Primer, and it looks like this, and there's some tint to this primer, but not a big thing, you know, like that. So a little bit of a color, but not much. So I'm using this Lancome foundation today in 01 and 005. They don't look very different in the bottle, but they are. So I don't know, the camera probably sees that this one is lighter and this one is more yellow. So yeah, it's the Skin Perfecting Makeup Duo with concealer in the top. So I'm definitely gonna mix them because by themselves it's not the right color. So that's what I'm gonna do. And I will do it differently to what they say, because to apply the corrector first, because I have such a big area, and because I really want the benefits of the, what they say at least, of the foundation on the skin. So I'm first gonna use the foundation, and after I'm gonna correct with this one. So for me, I think that would be a better solution. So that's the color with both of them together, and I'm just gonna use, I think it's so light and nice, this foundation. I'm just gonna use it with my fingers, smooth it over like this. Let's say really just to try these correctors or concealers out, I will add a little bit just here because I really don't see that I need it many other places. Just a little bit, just to try it out. So I'm taking both colors then, the darker one and the lighter one, with a spatula like this, because I don't like putting my fingers inside those kind of open when it's not a tube. So I'm kind of scraping out a bit of this, just like that. I'm warming it up on this spatula, and there's quite a lot of, you know, product here. Warming it up like this on my finger. It's kind of waxy, so I don't know how it's gonna go over it, you know, how well it's gonna go. But I will try, you know, what can it be? What I really like is that it's the same color, you know, that's the really big plus. That's one of the reasons why I wanted to try this foundation. Because I have to put it, usually I have to put a concealer on such a big area. So if it's not the same color as the foundation, it just, you can just see it so well. I'm gonna go over with the sponge though. See how that will go. Kind of to push it in. Really lightly. Since I don't know how it's gonna react to, you know. Or if it's just gonna come off or whatever. I don't know. It seems like maybe I chose a little bit too much of the darker color today. I have a feeling I did, but... Now, just a little bit... I'm too close, I think, today with the... I'm all the time a little bit too close that I will see what I'm doing, but... Seems like today I'm really close to the camera. Also because everything here now is differently. The setup is completely different, so... This is not really a concealer or under eye anything. It's just the Magic Lumi from L'Oreal, and it's... Yeah, well, I don't really think it's any good. I'm just going in here a little bit with this concealer, kind of to finish up what I have here, and to blend it with this one a bit. I came to think about that I want to add this rosy kind of eyeshadow, just here in the beginning under the eye, and a small brush like that. Just to make it, you know, look a bit more complete over there, because it's like it's waiting for something. Like there's just a blue kind of shadow. So to warm things up here a bit maybe. I'll do the lips first and then go over the rest of the... Just to let it sit a bit and see what it will be like. Because right now it feels really shiny here, especially where I use the concealer. But also here, you know, it's kind of pretty sticky, I'd say. Yeah, so I will wait for a bit and see what's going on, and maybe go over with a damp sponge and then use a little bit of a powder to set it with. Otherwise it's just gonna float all over, I think, when I go out in the hot sun. So this is Smashbox lip liner in medium. But since the YSL color doesn't look good at all on my lips right now, I'm trying this lip color 202 Rose Dressing from Givenchy. It's a really pretty rose color like that. Let's say I really had to dab in the color not to show the dryness. I'm taking this color from Smashbox, I believe, yes, and it is Limitless Longwear Lip Gloss SPF 15, which I really like in it. It's really good when you're in a place like this, and the color is Limitless. Go figure. Well, so it comes in a thing like that. Just in the middle, and there's a lot coming out from this one, like too much. So I'm going over everything a tiny bit with this Dior Compact Powder in 010 from Dior Skin Nude. And I did go over everything just now with the damp sponge again. Just to make sure it's not, you know, that I'm not just covering the lines full of foundation or something like that. So just a soft brush like that. And this powder, kind of like this. I will use it like this. I'm using this Givenchy bronzer. That word, like, it just drives me nuts. Givenchy. Those French with they want to break our tongue or something. But that's the same kind of, I think it's the same color like the number 2 from their, you know, permanent collection of bronzers. So I'm just taking some of this and kind of going like this over here. Just to use kind of a cooler toned, not cooler toned, but bright toned, let's say bright toned, it looks cooler on camera. I'm taking this blush also from Givenchy, and number 24. It's the It Girl purple or something like this, just with a blush brush like that. So in all the colors, it's a small, really small, if you think this is not a big brush, and it takes over the whole palette, you know. Well, there's a gorgeous scent coming from those, but just for a while, you know. Yeah, kind of like that, and just lightly going a bit here to get a little bit more of a, let's say I don't get brown in my face. So if I have too much of a bronzy look to me and nothing like this over it, it looks like I just painted myself with a brown bronzer. Yeah, this is strong. I'm taking again the brush for the bronzer, kind of making them go a little bit more into each other, I hope. Yeah, well, it can be a bit pinky looking. I don't care. Let's get that one down. I'm probably gonna wear my hair up today because it's hot, and it's just too hot to have your hair hanging down your neck, and you can't do anything with it because in 20 minutes or 10 it's just hanging there looking like it does now. Yeah, so I will put it up, but you know, that's kind of that's how